So without further ado, let's start with our opening contest, which is scheduled for 1-4. Introducing first.
Well, Zali Gold, we are getting off to a cracking start here at the Mayhem Pro April Showcase with a man who has well and truly got a chip on his shoulder.
Well, absolutely. He wanted Scotty Roach to be here tonight. He's got unfinished business, but unfortunately not to be. But we will find out who he is up against. And, well, he's out of the gutter.
Killian Bates has been very active on social media, particularly this week, calling out the one and only Scotty Roach. Looks like Killian Bates has some words to say.
As much as I would rather do anything else with my time than speak to you rats, unfortunately, Scotty Roach does not have the balls to face me here tonight. So Scotty, while you're at home, sitting on your couch and the gutter gods in your head, rent-free, Mayhem Pro have gifted me an open challenge.
Well, I think Killian Bates being a bit generous with the truth.
Whenever Rob has more balls than Scotty Roach and he's here to get beat up by the gutter god.
Well, being a bit liberal with the truth, but an open challenge, and look out! Time to rock and roll. This is the music of TJ Wilde. Well, Killian Bates, as great of a competitor as he is, Zali Gold, has to make sure he hasn't bitten off a bit more than he can chew. TJ Wilde, one of the hot up-and-comers out of the Relentless school of pro wrestling, taking it to Blake Malik, taking it to Nate Hunter at the last two showcases. Big opportunity for TJ Wilde tonight.
Absolutely a huge opportunity for TJ. He's on the way up, but Killian Bates, plenty of experience as well in there. But it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. It's an interesting clash of styles, Manny Huss.
Killian Bates was the last man eliminated in the #1 contender battle royale for the Renegades of Wrestling championship match. That was at Mayhem Showcase in January. He is looking to avenge that loss. I still think he's being a bit liberal with the truth when it comes to his commentary on Scotty Roach, and we'll certainly be looking out to hear what Scotty has to say in response. No doubt something on social media, but right now, Killian Bates, side headlock, but look at the strength. Couldn't quite take him over, though. That is the bit more of the experience coming out of Killian Bates there, but he'd be well served to not play to the crowd like that, because down he goes from TJ Wilde.
Absolutely, TJ Wilde showing the power there very early on with a series of clotheslines, and now it looks like a beautiful suplex.
What a beautiful suplex. TJ Wilde taking down Killian Bates. Bit of a head of steam here into the corner. Hard clothesline in the corner. The air taken right out of Killian Bates here. Looks like another suplex in route here. TJ Wilde blocks him up, gets him up. Vertical suplex. Can he send him down? He can. Down goes Killian Bates.
He dug deeper into that power that he has, TJ Wilde, and that's two beautifully executed suplexes of various types. TJ Wilde showing his style early on in this contest here at the Mayhem Showcase.
Oh, but a bit of the experience coming out. TJ Wilde is more of a rookie compared to Killian Bates. He managed to slip out of that, could only get a 1 count there. Referee Josh in the ring tonight taking care of this match. He's going to want to keep a close eye on the gutter god. He's well known for his underhanded tactics.
Well, indeed. I mean, he couldn't have called it better. He's driving the knee into the back of the lower cervical, external occipital protuberance area, and by goodness,
we've got Dr. Gold over here in the corner. He'll be giving us some chiropractic adjustments, and TJ Wilde might need an adjustment after that bulldog. Only good for a 2 count though. Kicks.
Well, absolutely. He's still got enough back strength to get out of there, but that's the sort of wiles that Killian Bates has. He'll use that 4 count, and that's the sort of thing he'll get up to, and that might be his forte to, in his way of overcoming this open challenge.
TJ Wilde managing to get up out of that submission maneuver there. It was a good attempt there by Killian Bates. When you're talking about a stronger competitor like TJ Wilde, you wanted to get rid of that upper body strength. Into the ropes, picks him up, spins him ready, manages to get the grip back. Very well done, but what a savvy maneuver there. Great counter by Killian Bates into the pin and a massive clothesline. Absolutely rocking TJ Wilde.
That's a huge heels hoist of a clothesline there, but TJ managing to kick out at the 2 count, but he's looking a little worse for wear.
On top of him, just laying into him with stiff right hands. And now the boots. Once again going for the pin. And once again a 2 count. Killian Bates, he should be getting the leg, I would suggest. Getting that leg up for the pin if he wants to put down TJ Wilde.
Well, absolutely. Killian, experienced, but perhaps a little bit of an error. He's still relatively early in his career. You've got to hook that leg and make sure that if you want that 3 count and the bell and that hand raised.
Oh, ramming the head of TJ Wilde into the top turnbuckle there. Sure, they're padded, but there's not much give at all. That will absolutely rock you. It might just be enough. It might be all that Killian Bates needs to get that pin. He's calling for it. He's going to go one more time into the corner. Oh, but that's only just heating TJ Wilde up. He likes it. And turning the tables.
A change, as you say, turning the tables. I was about to call for the Nurofen. Dr. Gold was going to call for the Nurofen for...
My goodness, what a heavy clothesline.
Killian Bates, a beautiful combination here by TJ Wilde. He's really opened up now and in full gear. Hard right, and now he's looking for the suplex.
The adrenaline pumping, picks him up and gets him over with leg hook suplex. 1, 2. Oh, that was a really close count there. TJ Wilde nearly putting Killian Bates down for the count. That took the last bit of energy I think he had there, though. He had a massive run of adrenaline. Grabbing Bates, looking to send in with an Irish whip over the other side of the ring. He does so, sends him back in, picks him up, sends him down with a black hole slam.
And now both men on the canvas, and
while favouring the ribs there, manages to get over the cover. 1, 2, foot on the ropes. Once again, that bit extra experience that Killian Bates has. Ring presence, like him or not, his ring presence is very good. He manages to get the foot on the rope.
Well, it is so critical to know where you are. Why bust your gut to kick out when you can pop a foot on the ropes? TJ Wilde not quite accounting for it.
Oh, what is this? Calling referee Josh in as a shield. Well, thankfully for referee Josh's sake, he manages to get out of the way, but hold on a second. What's he got around in that choke? Zali, you just said it looks like there's something in his hands.
He absolutely. This isn't a strap match or anything like that.
Arm goes up once, arm goes down twice. One more time and this match is over. Killian Bates choking out. And look at him, he's stuffing it in his mouth. He did. Well, referee Josh did not see some sort of rope, which is presently in the mouth of Killian Bates, having to cheat to get the win over TJ Wilde. Nonetheless, the Gutter God getting the first victory here at Mayhem Showcase.
He went down to the gutter all right to get that victory because TJ Wilde might be new, but he's proving a tough competitor. I'm sure he will continue on an upward. He will get on an upward trajectory very, very soon, Matty Huss. But my goodness, that was a tough back and forth battle there for a while.
The following contest. This following tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall. And it is a 6-man tag match. Introducing first.
Zali Gold, these two men, well, they don't seem as composed and measured. What an outcome it was.
at Mayhem Mania 2. The side. Oh, good.
Ezekiel throwing his jacket at me. What an absolute flop.
Well, yes, they don't seem as composed as you were saying, Matty.
Well, I'm a bit not composed now after copping a jacket to the face.
You've got some energy drink there. You take some. My goodness, they're without their leader tonight, and they're without, for what was 40% of the cycle. The spokes fell off the wheel.
The cycle were absolutely decimated at Mayhem Mania 2, and we haven't seen or heard from Jab since immediately after his match. He left the building, didn't even get changed. No one has seen or heard from him since, the least of whom Ezekiel and Isaiah, the members of the cycle, and they're not in the usual sorts tonight. They're rattled, they are a bit rudderless without Jab. We'll have to see how that affects him in this match. They've got a very handy tag team partner in Blake Malik, but they've got very, very stiff competition.
Absolutely. Will Blake Malik strike the right chord for them, so to speak? He's going to need every bit of fine-tuning he can get against this combination, which I am calling bread, chips, and halal balam HSP.
You're making me hungry with all that commentary there, Zali Gold. But right now, here is the bread and chips part. Fun time, Phil, the Bread King Braddock. We talk about the Mayhem Pro Tag Team division being a hallmark of what we do here out in Melton, out in Bacchus Marsh. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a tag team on such a meteoric rise, not only in the ring, but with fan favourites with the Mayhem Maniacs, as we do with Funtime Phil and with the Bread King Brannick. Here comes the Chippies.
Here come the Chips, trust the crust. Oh, they've only had a few matches together, but they are just so adored by the Mayhem Maniacs. And that's why you can carb up, and now that we're going to see a full meal tonight, as Phil wanting to make sure everyone has a chance of having a crunch.
Bread and Chips undefeated in tag team action. They defeated Aaron and Jahari at Mayhem Showcase to advance to the tag team tournament, and with their tag team partner tonight, Cousin Ali, defeated these gentlemen, the Cycle, and their partner at that time, Nate Hunter, back in January at Mayhem Showcase. Is it going to be win number 3 in a row for Bread and Chips? Well, they're certainly going to be in good hands with their tag team partner, who we'll see shortly. But right now, this crowd going absolutely wild for Bread and Chips. But there's one man missing, one very big man.
Introducing their partner.
Well, my goodness, what a surprise we have here. What a sight this is! We were expecting Cousin Ali, but it's Jahari, the man who we saw return at Mayhem Mania 2. Jahari is the tag team partner. This is amazing.
Well, absolutely. The sadistic spirit is back, not just in spirit, but in body as well. And this is going to be very, very interesting indeed. He's still got a fair bit of meat on him all the same. Maybe it's just a couple of 4-quarter chops and not the whole HSP, but by goodness, he's also a very tough customer. And I've got to say, if I was the Cycle and Blake Malik, I wouldn't be going for any headbutts.
I'm in shock, but look at the Cycle, look at Isaiah, look at Ezekiel. They are absolutely gobsmacked and appalled at this revelation. They were expecting Cousin Ali. Instead, they've got Jahari.
Absolutely so. I'm somewhat shocked as well, but they're ready to rock.
Well, Jahari, of course, as we know, has spent the last few months under the wicked spell of Jab, but as we saw at Mayhem Mania, Jahari and the Jurassic Punk Sid Parker making fantastic returns. And, well, what a return to the ring now for Chahari, back also after suffering an injury. This crowd absolutely rallying behind the Bread King. Trust the crust chant. And we're off and rolling.
The crust is now baking in the oven as this match is underway.
Isaiah sending the Bread King into the corner, and what aggression straight away from Isaiah. Shoulder pumps, and now rocking right hands taking down the Bread King. And a little bit of colourful language, but Braddock Sentence back in. Look at those hard right hands. We've got the best view in the house for this.
Absolutely, we're seeing them, and Isaiah doesn't quite know what hit him, but he caught some carbs in the bilaterals or something.
A big flapjack right there from the Bread King, and tagging in his partner, Fun Time Phil. One of the most popular men you'll ever find here in the Mayhem Pro roster. Bit of double team action here. Bread and Chips sending Isaiah into the ropes. Double elbow takedown, and now Fun Time Phil goes to the cover. 1, 2. Too early in the match, I think. But say what you will about Isaiah, but he is a fantastic competitor in the ring.
He is coming up left, right and centre, getting all around the Victorian and Australian wrestling scene, holding titles, I think, elsewhere. He's really happening, and he's tagged in the big man.
The 7-foot giant Ezekiel coming in, tagged in with authority by Isaiah. That was more of a chop than a tag. Nonetheless, whoa, Chahari! He wants a bit of the action. He wants to go in and face off with Ezekiel. And Fun Time Phil tags him in. First time we've seen Chahari in the ring in quite some time. This is going to be interesting to see if there's any ring rust, if there's any hangover from his injury. There's certainly no lacking in confidence, though. Chahari, and suffers a massive headbutt.
Well, there's also some adrenaline. He, of course, was, I don't know how, but I have to say brainwashed into being in the cycle for some time, and now no longer in it as of Mayhem Mania. But could he be paying the price as he's now being triple teamed in the wrong part of town?
Well, Blake Malik tagged in with authority once again. Goes for a chop and takes Isaiah on the chest, absolutely taking the wind out of him. And chops Isaiah as well. Chahari has lost none of his agility. He's managed to sneak it out there and lines up a chop and lights up the chest of Blake Malik.
Well, absolutely. Blake Malik not quite in tune there with his tag team partners. Bit of lack of harmony. And now it's the Bread King with a beautiful crossbody.
Beautiful crossbody to take him down. But from outside the ring, Isaiah. Oh my goodness, again! And another one! This tag team of the Cycle and of Blake Malik just cannot get on the same page. And now the Cycle. Oh my goodness, they're turning on their own tag team partner. This is very undisciplined, very unusual for what we've come to expect from the Cycle. And a double crossbody takedown by the Bread King. He's finding himself isolated in the far corner, though. He wants to get through quickly to get a tag.
And he...
he's got the bread! He's got the breadstick, the crowd!
Trust the crust!
The crust! Here we go!
That's what you call breaking bread. No, not the sort of meal he would have wanted, though, and a big kick by the big man with the big legs. Ezekiel, and a huge clothesline, and now the bread is not rising, so to speak.
Blake Malik fighting himself back in the ring now. He actually, we are being truthful, Blake Malik is still the legal man. An arrogant pin cover there, but Braddock manages to kick out at 1. Blake Malik doing very well of late in action here at Mayhem Pro, defeating TJ Wild and defeating Scotty Roach at the last 2 showcases, but he and the Cycle need to get on the same page if he's going to keep his win streak up.
Well, absolutely, and I suppose the question that comes to mind is what you have already touched on. I'm going to have to bring it up again, and that is the Cycle just a bit adrift without their leader Jab, who, well, maybe he's gone back to paradise, I don't know.
Well, like we said earlier, Zali Gold, no one has seen or heard from Jab since Mayhem Mania 2. Not even his disciples. What a beautiful standing moonsault. He wants to get the pin quick, though, instead of talking trash to his own team. 1, 2. Manages to get the kick out. Referee Josh once again on the tools in this match. Chahari and Funtime Phil sensing that Braddock needs to get a tag, trying to will him over to his corner. Blake Malik just like a lion on the prowl, though. Stiff kick to the back.
Stiff kick that, we'll say is knocking the starch out of the Breadman. And now he's got him in a wicked side headlock, and now
Well, he wants the tag, but
And he gets
with
one.
a bit of reluctance, though, Zali Gold from Isaiah. But a bit of cohesion here, looking for a double vertical suplex. Gets Braddock up, sends him down, absolutely rocks the ring there. This is what the Cycle and Blake Mallett need to do if they want to overcome Braddock, Fun Time Phil, and Jahari.
Nearly gets the 3 count, but yes, they're gradually getting that cohesion back, rebuilding the trust after it seemed to be sliding down the hill. And the thing is, in terms of sliding downhill, the team of Braddock and of Bread and Chips and the Sadistic Spirit need to do something, otherwise they're going to, chances of winning this match will slide down the hill and end up at the bottom.
Blake Mallett tagged in, talking some trash over to Fun Time Phil and Jahari. Now enough of a distraction, though Josh doesn't know where to look. Referee Josh. Braddock somehow manages to get his legs up in the corner, though, but he needs to find his way out of that corner, back over to his team to get a tag, because he is in all sorts right now.
Well, absolutely, and as you say, the referee...
Whoa, what agility for the Bread King there, but he lands badly on his leg. He looks like he might have hurt his knee, or he might have got a shin splint or something, but he manages... Oh, he does! He manages to push Blake Mallett off. Can he get the tag in? He does! Here comes Jahari! Massive clothesline taking down Blake Mallett. Massive back elbow taking down Isaiah. And I'd say a headbutt. It was like a chest butt. Absolutely rocking Ezekiel, who goes flying over the top rope, does the 7-foot giant. Jahari, like a house on fire, he hasn't missed a beat.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
It takes Isaiah out to Ezekiel, and I mean, I've got to say that there's not too many men who would be able to deliver a headbutt to Ezekiel unless they had a damn step ladder. In the meantime, now it's Blake Mallett who's not making a lot of music, so to speak.
Bit of trios, tri-action here, getting up for the powerbomb. Look out, though. Here comes Ezekiel. Here comes Isaiah. Phil still has Blake Mallett up ready for the powerbomb. Goodness knows with the descent that these two have been having over the last few months, that Phil would love to set him down. But, a Hurricane Narada taking down Fun Time Phil. Hey, Blake Mallett's got the ropes. Oh! An underhanded victory, but let's go over the cane for the Country Carrascano for the official announcement. Well, Blake Mallett keeping his win streak alive. The Cycle managing to eke out a victory by proxy, but I tell you what, Fun Time Phil's not going to be too happy at all with that. I don't think this is going to be the last that we've seen of Blake Mallett and Fun Time Phil together.
Not at all. There's certainly a very heated and simmering rivalry between those two. Blake Mallett, after dissension, proving his worth. Maybe he will join the Cycle, Matty Haas.
Well, the Cycle could do with some more members. Aaron out. Jahari out. Maybe Blake Mallett in, not quite sure about that. They need their leader to determine that. I think Blake Mallett has a beef to settle with Fun Time Phil. We'll have to wait and see what happens there.
The following contest is scheduled for one. Introducing first.
Coming through the crowd, well, we've mentioned him already. We saw him make an absolutely shocking, dramatic return to Mayhem Mania 2. The Jurassic Punk.
Well, a dramatic return and a somewhat unusually dramatic entrance. Most people coming down the stairs, but he wants to do a dive in his way. And hang on a second, he's wanting to say a few words, Matty Huss.
Well, I tell you what, Zali, I'm looking forward to hearing what Sid Parker has to say. We haven't heard from him since Mayhem Mania, since he made his dramatic return. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Did you miss me when I was gone? missed everyone but that guy.
The rumors of my extinction have been greatly exaggerated. Now, before I get too carried away, as I'm liable to do, the Jurassic punk has been exiled. Aaron is dead. But Sid Parker is here in the flesh. For months I bided my time, I buried my soul, and I betrayed my friends. All to get vengeance on the one they call Jab. I will never forgive you, James. And I hate that about me. But we both know it's true. I don't know if you've realized this, but we're severely lacking in the presence of God tonight. He ran away. And I came looking for a fight. So, I know no one up there wants me, no one trusts me. There. Come and fight me then. Whoever. You'll want to see a fight? You'll want to see Sid Parker fight? Then bring them to me.
Strong words from the Jurassic punk, Sid Parker, making an open challenge to a locker room, as he articulated, has certainly put him in exile. And, well, dare I say, Sally Gold, rightly so, but here's one man ready to step up, ready for a fight. This is the music of Matty Pierce.
Absolutely. Matty Pierce deciding to answer the challenge, which is a brave call, but he's no slouch, Matty Pierce, and he's a tough man. But can he take on the guile and the wile of Sid Parker, who has so much experience? You never know. And a few fans of Matty Pierce and perhaps questioning his choice of football team, but I'm not going on to that one. That's always the hottest debate of all.
I think in many ways what we just heard from Sid Parker leaves a few more questions than answers. As he said, he has rightly been exiled from the locker room. He certainly wants to go out and reprove himself, but how much of Sid Parker do we still have, still lives within him after so long of being under the wicked spell of the cult-like leader that is Jab? Well, we're about to find out. The first time we've seen Sid Parker in action here at Mayhem Pro, well, as Sid Parker at the very least, for quite a long time. How different is Sid going to be from Aaron?
Well, who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. That's the mystery that needs to be untangled. A bit like perhaps some of his footwear, but my goodness, this is going to be a very, very tough, hard-fought contest because you've got two very tough competitors.
Do you even know how to tell you that's not how you do it?
Will you do it for me then?
Well, Sid Parker getting himself ready. I mean, they talked about being exiled from the locker room. Hardly even any opportunity to get changed into gear. Making his entrance through the crowd. I didn't even know that Sid was around tonight. He's coming from outside. Well, Matty Pierce, as you said, the small pocket of fans in the crowd, but for the most part, certainly not on his side at all. We'll see what kind of impact that has on his outing here in the ring against a seasoned veteran, that is Sid Parker. But yeah, someone who we just don't know what to expect until we hear that bell ring. And there it is. We are off and going the first time. Sid Parker, the Jurassic Punk, in action in Mayhem Pro in quite some time, up against a hot up-and-comer in Matty Pierce.
Absolutely, it will be an intriguing contest. I'm just thinking, what would Matty Pierce have to do to perhaps sneak past the experience of Sid Parker? What has he got in his arsenal, which of course is developing steadily? What could he do?
I think he needs to make sure he doesn't let his emotions or any sentiments that many in the locker room have of distrust, of wanting to have Sid Parker exiled. He needs to put that aside and focus on the competitor in the ring opposite him. The competitor right now who's got him backed into the corner. Side headlock from Matty Pierce, starting to try wear him down. A good move.
Absolutely. I think you're on the button there, Matty Huss, in that he's got to be in the present moment, and you're quite right, not let the emotion go on. There is that mistrust, but right when you're in the ring, you've got to be all business, and we're seeing some business right now as Sid Parker has reversed the headlock and wearing down Matty Pierce. My goodness, there's some power on display here, which is very, very safe.
Hip toss off the ropes, but Sid Parker very quick with a double kick up to respond. Tosses Matty Pierce over. I think there might have been a little bit of a hair grab there, but referee Tom letting it go. Another fling across the ring.
Well, I think he heard you on the second one, made it quite clear, and we had the vantage point there, and now Matty Huss stuck back in the corner and sort of asking for a bit of the proverbial quarter-time break, given that we're in football season.
I think that he might be asking a little bit too much there of someone who's exiled from the locker room and someone who's a canny veteran as Sid Parker is. I'm not sure if he's going to take Matty Pierce at face value.
He's going to be very, very cautious about it.
Oh my goodness! Sends him with a snap from suplex into the corner. Well, Sid Parker a bit too trusting there of the young up-and-comer in Matty Pierce, and now stomping him in the back of the head.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but maybe he thought maybe he's desperate for some friends, reached out for a hand, and well, he's back.
I think you're being very generous. I think Zali Gold. Pierce sends Parker into the ropes, gets him up, sends it down to the backbreaker, manages to hold on. Impressive strength from the youngster here. Sends him down with the side slam. Sid Parker feeling every bit of that. Goes for the cover. 1-2, kick out by Parker.
Well, absolutely, the back is hurting, but Sid Parker digging deep to kick out, and Matty Pierce is going to have to try something more than just a little bit of trickery. He's going to have to wear down the veteran in Sid Parker, and he's starting to do that now with a big double back chop, and Sid Parker is, eating canvas at this time.
And let's not forget, if not by name Sid Parker, but Aaron had an absolutely horrendously violent contest with JXT at Mayhem Mania 2 in the dog collar match. Aaron has been banished from Mayhem Pro. Sid Parker is back, but in physical sense, obviously the same person, and he has to be feeling some ramifications, some after effects of that match against JXT. But you can't tell right now as he's wheeling the crowd, and he's energizing himself up, pulling himself up out of this lock-up that Matty Pierce has got him in, sending with an elbow, one side of the head, other side of the head, gets him up at a fireman's carry. Pierce slips off.
Back goes away.
Oh, geez, manages to avoid a collision with referee Tom in the corner. Matty Pierce has got it. If he can send him down here, he might nearly have the win here. Dropped him right on his head, goes to the cover. 1, 2, it's not. Sid Parker somehow manages to kick it out.
I don't know how he did that with the back looking like it's in the condition that it's in, because Matty Pierce is giving his all here. He's just pouring it on, and I think that if he's got the control of that emotion, if he's got that ability to keep pouring it on, he could cause a major upset here in Sid Parker, what we will call it Sid Parker's return match to Mayhem Pro.
Matty Pierce has been making waves, making a good impression throughout 2024. But what a statement win this would be if he was able to overcome Sid Parker. But Matty Pierce referencing, as we talked about before, the locker room disdain for Sid Parker.
Well, it would be a huge upset. His 25 would definitely come alive.
Not a single person likes you. says Matty Pierce to Sid Parker, but to be honest, I don't think Sid Parker hugely cares. Sid Parker cares about getting that winner's purse, about getting the 1, 2, 3 in the ring, and right now he's got Matty Pierce in a vulnerable position. What a massive clothesline taking down the young
A
gun.
clothesline from hell. Not only does he not care, I think that Matty Pierce...
Kick up into the corner there, Claymore-esque.
I think that all that's done is just rev up and fire up Sid Parker and Matty
It is
Pierce.
absolutely enraged, Sid Parker. Now going back with stomps. Referee Tom going for the 5 count in the corner. Sid Parker has completely found another gear here. I think Matty Pierce might be in trouble.
He's gone into overdrive on overdrive, and now he's looking for that famous pile driver, which of course is one of his fortes. If he gets this, it's curtains.
But look, he's hesitated. I can't help but wonder if this is a bit of an internal conflict. Oh, and rolls over Matty Pierce with the surprise pin. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, 2 3/4. It seemed as if Sid Parker hesitated to give the pile driver. And you can't help but wonder if maybe there's something internally deep in his mind, almost a traumatic stress response there from that, because he just couldn't get that pile driver in.
Well, look, I majored in the physical. I'm not Dr. Zali, the psychiatrist. I can't work that one out, Matty Huss. But goodness me, I've never seen Sid Parker hesitate like that. There is, from an amateur, untrained perspective, there is some degree of conflict. And right now, once again, Matty Pierce extending the hand of friendship. Surely he's not going to fall for that again.
I would be very, very surprised if Sid Parker did, but good show of sportsmanship. Going to have it, gets him up. Oh my goodness! 1, 2, 3. My goodness, what a finish. Well, he didn't hesitate on that move. Sid Parker, with authority, a statement victory upon his return to Mayhem Pro.
Hang on a second, Matty Huss.
Well, just as we're hearing Kano make the winner's announcement, here come Ezekiel, here come Isaiah stalking down the stairs. You can only think they've got bad intentions in mind, bad intentions for one person. Sid Parker looks to be trying to form a bit of an alliance with Matty Pierce against the cycle. Well, Isaiah calling for the microphone, snatching it out of Kano's hand.
We took you in.
Oh, well, Matty Pierce taking it apart. He doesn't want any of the cycle.
So much for friendship.
This is a very, very volatile situation right now. A dangerous situation for Sid Parker.
Absolutely, 2 on 1.
You prayed with us, and you betrayed us. Because of you, our one true savior is a former Mayhem Pro Internet champion. Because of you, we haven't seen our savior since Mayhem Mania. He hasn't answered our calls. He hasn't answered our texts. He hasn't even answered our prayers. And it's all because of you and your heresies. And now we are going to avenge those heresies, starting with you.
Well, Isaiah's saying what we were speculating before. The cycle completely rudderless. Oh my goodness, I don't know if this is bravery or stupidity from Sid Parker right now. Oh my goodness, Ezekiel absolutely flooring the Jurassic Punk, laying into him. We need to get some help out here. Forget about anything that's happened in the past. 2 on 1. This is a pack of wolves.
Well, absolutely. Sid Parker having no hope, sadly, in my opinion, against the big man Ezekiel and Isaiah, and a big double team, and now he's flat on the canvas and looking at it too closely for liking. And goodness me, the cycle making a very strong point. That they are very fed up with what happened at Mayhem Mania 2 and missing their leader, Jack.
The cycle taking down Sid Parker with the magic killer right there. Sid Parker's managed to get the microphone.
Mitchell. Come on, Sid. You find your God.
You're gonna find him. And you tell him to meet me in hell.
Oh my God, the cycle coming back in the ring again. Oh no, 2-on-1 once again. We need to get some help out here for Sid Parker. Absolutely getting decimated by the cycle.
He needs someone to come down from the locker room.
Oh my God, he's not going to do what I think he's going to do. Isaiah, he has Sid Parker up. He's going to send him down with the driver. No!
That was vicious.
They might be leaderless, they might be somewhat bobbing in the ocean, but the cycle.
Of the cycle, we accept.
Did you hear that, Zali Gold?
I heard it, Matty Haas.
Isaiah, on behalf of Jab, accepting the challenge of Sid Parker. Somewhere down the road, we're going to be seeing Sid Parker and Jab. That said, we haven't heard or seen from Jab in weeks and weeks and weeks. So I don't know how much weight that carries, but I tell you what, this story, this cycle situation, this saga is nowhere near over, but oh my goodness, look at Sid Parker. He's lifeless in the ring. His last ounce of energy used in getting that challenge put out to Jab. Maybe this means we'll finally hear from Jab.
Or who knows, if he's returned to Paradise, I don't have the mobile number or Instagram account up there to get in contact with him. But the challenge was accepted on his behalf.
Sid Parker is still, he's still not moving here. He's absolutely lifeless in the ring. But there's no one in the locker room who wants to come out and help him. I'm looking here at Kano, I'm looking here at Sarge. I can't do anything. There's no one who wants to help Sid Parker. He's completely exiled from the Mayhem Pro locker room.
And he's on his own, he's trying to get to his feet. But as you say, no one helping him. How he's going to get back to that locker room and get some attention?
Well, I don't think he's going to want to go back to the locker room based on what we've just seen. I don't think he's got many friends back there. I think Sid Parker, when he wants to find Jab, I think he needs to find himself as well.
Oh, absolutely. He's got to find something deep inside himself here, physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, to just get himself out of this ring. I mean, all due respect, we've got a show to get on with. He's trying to just push himself up to crawl for the ropes, but he was decimated by what's left of the cycle.
We can see from our vantage point here at ringside, Zali Gold, like he's literally shaking, he's trembling, he's not in a good way at all. He can barely get himself to one knee, let alone to his feet. And this is off the back of a dog collar match at Mayhem Mania 2 as well.
Well, absolutely. Whilst the surface scars may have healed, and the things hang on.
An absolute show of defiance from the Jurassic Punk Sid Parker as he makes his return to Mayhem Pro here at Mayhem Pro Showcase, managing to crawl out of the ring. Like we said before though, Sally Gold, we still have plenty of show that we need to get through here. We've got a number one contenders match for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship coming up later this evening. We've got Nate Hunter going up against JXT.
Well, absolutely. The student versus the teacher, it doesn't get any better than this. And the heated rivalry on social media during the last couple of weeks between those two has shown it.
Stairway to heaven ain't for me.
The following contest is a Mayhem Mosh Pit match. Introducing first.
A Mayhem Mosh Pit match coming our way, Zali Gold, featuring 5 of the hottest young talents here in Mayhem Pro, leading off with this gentleman right here. Here comes the Hane.
Here he comes indeed. He is rolling. He's been firing up onto coming too. A familiar facer at Mayhem Pro who is making an impact in the ring after his recent debut. I tell you what, Matty Hayne throws some of the most beautiful looking suplexes I've seen getting around the young talent here in Mayhem Pro, but he's got stiff competition against 4 other men. He calls himself God's gift to pro wrestling. From our country Cascano's way, from Horsham, is Ace Jack. We're starting to see more of Ace Jack around Mayhem Pro, and he certainly has the crowd on his side. I tell you what, though, he's going to pretty good things on tour, if I do say so myself. Absolutely, he's rocking it, and we've got 2 very agile and versatile competitors already in this. They're free to go.
Are you talking about agile, smaller, high-flying kind of guys? We're about to see the antithesis of that. This man is 6'3". This man is 100 kilos. He is a dangerous man.
Very, very true. He is the bodyguard.
The man that we usually see accompanying Nate Hunter to the ring, Xavier St. Clair. He is more than a bodyguard, though. He's a very dangerous mixed martial artist. This man has trained and competed across the country under UFC and Olympic level athletes.
Absolutely, he is very, very dangerous. I have, not shared a ring on show with him, but at other times, and I tell you what, he is tough.
And I think if you open up the dictionary and look up the word tough, I think you'd find a photo of this man. Tom Crow, a real dark horse in this match. Matty Hayne, Ace, Shaq, Xavier, they know each other all very well. Tom Crow, a bit of an X factor in this match. I think he is the competitor to look out for in this mosh pit.
And his opponent.
Well, if we're not pumped up, we're going to be now.
Up and Ball Fury on his way to the ring here at Mayhem Pro Showcase. This is the man who won the scramble match at Mayhem Mania 2.
Well, absolutely. He's got recent experience in a match like this. My apologies, he's got very recent experience with a winner in a match like this. He will be ready to rock. He certainly got the house on fire back at Mayhem Mania 2, and this is going to be a very tough one to pick. But as you say, Tom Crow could be the dark horse.
Pump and Paul is going to have a target on his back. He is the biggest competitor in this match. The center of gravity that he has is going to make it hard, although it's not over the top rope, but he's still big. And as we're already seeing here, everyone, Pump and Paul pushes them off, takes out Xavier with a right hand. Xavier firing back, though. Don't want to get into a striking competition with Xavier St. Clair. Pump and Paul with an elbow, taking down Ashak, taking down Tom Crow. I tell you what, you want 2 big blokes slapping meat here. It's double suplex, taking down Xavier St. Clair.
Well, that's the thing. You might want to get the big man out of the way, but it's easier said than done.
Which big man, though? We've got 3 big units in this match. Pump and Paul, though, making light work of Tom Crow with a big body slam.
Well, there's the thing. It could be for Ace Jack or Matty Hayne to sneak in and get a pinfall when no one's looking. Because you've got to have eyes in the back of your head when there's 5 of the people in there.
Matty Hayne going for the sneak roll up. 1, 2. Pump and Paul manages to kick out. clever little move there, but Xavier St. Clair sending Matty Hayne into pumping Paul. Paul going out to ringside, and now here comes a judo throw from Xavier St. Clair. Like we were saying before, a very, very dangerous mixed martial artist, and someone that I think maybe might be a little bit overlooked by the rest of the competitors in this ring, who might only think of him as the bodyguard to Nate Hunter.
Well, absolutely. He's perhaps played a little bit of a back seat, but he's come up to the driver's seat and he's put the foot on the gas as Ace Jack meets the buckle and meets it front on and hard.
There's only one man standing in the ring at the moment. Oh my goodness, pumping Paul's it flying into the ring post. Well, we've got one man left standing at the moment, but not for long. Here comes Tom Crow up behind Xavier St. Clair.
Don't turn around, you won't like the view.
Rattles him, rocks him into the ropes with chops and forearms. Xavier St. Clair backed into the corner. Tom Crow now into the ropes. Might be looking to send him across an Irish whip.
Trying very hard.
Does a reversal. Sends him in. Xavier takes him down with a massive clothesline.
That power of Xavier St. Clair is definitely on display, and now it could be Ace Shack who's about to fill up, but there's the agility. And what's he look? Oh, beautiful double back kick, very smartly done. A big spear to the guts, and over goes Xavier St. Clair. What's Ace got in mind? Beautiful somersault senton off the top rope, and this time it's Xavier St. Clair who's out, Matty.
This is exactly what Ace Shack needs to be doing. He's got all these big bodies in this match. He needs to take advantage of being this smaller high flyer, and I think we're about to see that. Off one rope. Up over the senton over the top rope. Taking out, wow, taking out Tom Crow, taking out Matty Hayne, but he needs to get them back into the ring to get a pinfall. This isn't an over-the-top rope battle royale. This is a Mayhem Mosh pit match. One fall to a finish.
Absolutely, pinfall submission. We'll get it, the first one.
Oh, Matty Hayne taken down by Tom Crow, and Tom Crow taking out Ace Shack with a big clothesline.
Well, he turned that hit into a hip attack quite nicely, but Matty Hayne now beginning to be staggered around in that corner, looking a little worse for wear as Tom Crow, well, I have to say, he's going straight for him as the Crow flies, and by goodness, takes him down with a beautiful low clothesline.
Goes for a cover, only gets a 2 count though. Matty Hayne manages to kick out, desperately trying to catch his breath there. The absolute wind taken out of him, and that massive chop won't do any favours there as well. Crow chopping down. Wow, he manages to take down Paul Fury with a chop. Takes down Xavier St. Clair, but look out, here goes Ace Shack.
Well, there goes Ace Shack. That could be all she wrote, but hang on a second.
We talked about these suplexes before. Matty Hayne trying to get Tom Crow up and over for a German. Not quite. Roll back over there. Here comes Tom Crow. Reverse. Here comes the suplex. Here comes the Hayne. Oh, and once again, gets Ace Shack, sends him over with the German. Oh my goodness, he's not going to try and get Pumping Paul over. He did! God, what a German suplex, taking Pumping Paul Fury out of the ring. Now he's got Xavier St. Clair, sends him over. Matty Hayne, he's taking everyone to Suplex City right here. But look out, here comes Tom Crow. Massive flying kick taking down Matty Hayne. That put a very quick stop to that flurry that Matty Hayne was on.
Well, we were talking about Matty Hayne's agility. He showed us some power. This match is so open.
Oh, a cutter by Ace Shack taking out Paul Fury. Here comes Matty Hayne back again. Going for a vertical suplex this time. No, he gets a driver, sends him down. Somewhat of a modified Phoenix driver of sort. It certainly did the trick. 1, 2. Xavier St. Clair managing to break up the pin.
Well, absolutely. He saved the match for himself and all the others, except for Matty Hayne. And
oh, a massive spear by Xavier St. Clair. Absolutely rocking Matty Hayne. This would have to be it here. 1, 2. That's it. It's done. Xavier St. Clair. Absolute statement victory in the Mayhem Mosh Pit match. We always knew that Xavier St. Clair was a dangerous presence at ringside with Nate Hunter. What we've seen tonight is just how dangerous of a presence Xavier St. Clair is in the ring as a competitor of his own merits, and he's certainly not lacking in confidence.
Well, that's something he's not, and he's obviously learnt from Nate Hunt, who he says is the fastest rising star in Australian wrestling. He decided to sit at the feet of the master a bit, and he's proven it that it's worth it with that win.
Now your following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. And it is a number 1 contenders match for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship.
as the iconic tune Cirrus plays out, most famous for the Chicago Bulls. The golden child of Australian pro wrestling about to make his entrance in what I think Zali Gold is going to be an absolutely cracking contest. I don't like Nate Hunter. I have massive issues with this man. But even I can't deny what an amazing talent in the ring he is. Is tonight going to be his moment to shine?
Look, I'm on the same page as you, Matty Huss, because I don't like his attitude. I've been berated by him, even just because I'm on a microphone. But I'll say that he's got that ability. He's got the substance behind the style to make it work.
He's a young lion, but he has the head, the veteran, the king of the pride to take down JXT. And there he is!
There he is, the J-Stick making his entrance here at Mayhem Pro.
JXT on the road to redemption. The cycle couldn't stop him. The betrayal of Aaron couldn't stop him. Getting banned from Mayhem Pro couldn't stop him. He is now back on the path towards victory. He needs to win this number one contenders match, though, to make his way back to championship gold here at Mayhem Pro.
Well, that's the thing. He wants that boyhood dream to come true and hold the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship, currently held by Erica Reed, who is not with us tonight, taking on the world. And Mike, I have to say that JXT wants it, but so does Nate Hunter. And well, Erica Reed, when she returns to Mayhem, will be eagerly awaiting who she will be facing. This will be a very tough match, Bill. You've got the season, but as you say, you've got that confidence and the ability to back it up with Nate Hunter.
This is arguably the biggest match of Nate Hunter's career, most certainly the biggest match of his career here at Mayhem Pro. If he wins this match, he is on the fast track to championship gold here at Mayhem Pro. Let's not forget, though, we also had lurking in the shadows. We've got Locky Hendricks, who won the Relentless Rumble. He is also in the title mix. Erica Reed, who's currently over in Japan at this moment, competing, representing Mayhem Pro proudly. She's going to have her hands full one way or the other. But is it going to be the young gun, or is it going to be the seasoned, wily veteran JXT? I note the presence of Xavier St. Clair back at ringside once again, fresh off his victory in the Mayhem Mosh pit match just now. We have to be feeling the effects of that hard-hitting match, though, so he might not be as big of a presence as usual. But Nate Hunter with something to prove in this match.
Well, absolutely. So he's got something to prove. And I agree with you, this would be the biggest win of his career. And the thing is, Xavier Sinclair just having a win, that says to me, well, that's going to perhaps spur Nate Hunter on even more. Could that be the proverbial, well, dare I say, X for Xavier factor?
Well, Nate Hunter wanting none of JXT right this moment. JXT getting the chicken chat going here with the Mayhem Maniacs at the Relentless Gym. We're coming to you from the Relentless Gym, the home of Relentless Pro Wrestling here in Melton. The side of what is going to be a fantastic match, no doubt, a number one contenders match for the Mayhem Pro Wins their championship as JXT with a hammerlock locking up Nate Hunter in the middle of the ring.
Well, yeah, here we go. Let's see who learned from who. But the thing is, what did the other not tell the other is often the thing in a match like this when it's student versus teacher.
JXT making the chicken after taking chicken wing to a whole new level there. Rolls him over, gets a pin attempt. 1-2 is not enough, though.
Half a dozen wins. Now it's my turn to get hungry. Matty Huss. And now JXT putting him under pressure on with that leg scissor. And that's the skill of his, and showing from his many years of experience rolling Nate Hunter over, but Nate Hunter rolls back.
JXT trying to set a very deliberate pace so far to start this match. We often see a bit more of a loose and free-flowing style from Nate Hunter. he's not going to be enjoying not setting the pace. He's not going to be enjoying that little sojourn around the ring as well. Not only has it made him dizzy, as we can see there, but that also is something that's a blow to the confidence and the ego there. That is the veteran instincts there at JXT. Just giving a little bit of a pat on the head, if you will, to Nate Hunter, saying, hey, kid, don't forget who's the veteran here.
Well, JXT's the boss here at Mayhem Pro when it comes to the coaching, and he really got into Nate's head there, and Nate having to roll out again.
Nate rolling through, playing some mind games of his own right here, Nate Hunter. JXT inviting Nate Hunter to join him back in the ring. Nate having none of it though, taking his time, and look, probably not a bad strategy. Bit of a loose start to the match for Nate Hunter. A chance for him to compose, get that confidence, and it's very important to him back. But he can't turn his back on JXT as he sends it back into the rings. Hip toss of sorts over the top rope. Back into the corner, JXT. Oh, a beautiful arm drag. Ricky Steamboat-esque, sending him over again with another arm drag. Is he going to go for the third? He's not. He sends it back over, keeps the arm locked in. Beautiful wrestling skill from JXT. That is the son of the veteran right there.
Well, when it comes to music, Ricky Steamboat used the music that Nate Hunter uses as well.
That's very true, actually. You're right. Back at NWA, Wrestle War 1989, a very astute piece of commentary there, Staley.
Well, he used it a lot, and the thing is, he just found out what it's like to be on the receiving end of an arm drag.
With Nate Hunter, though, rocking JXT with the right hand of the chop. It sends JXT off the ropes, crossing into the other ropes. Hunter goes for a clothesline. JXT ducks, misses, ducks again. Middle rope, cross body block, taking down Nate Hunter. JXT is ready to roll. He wants that number one contendership spot.
Absolutely, he's pulling out a range of moves that I haven't seen him use in a while. He really wants that dream. I suppose so does Nate Hunter. Nate's going to have to find something. Maybe he's just got to go with his gut and find something intuitive.
Whacking Nate Hunter over the backside with a big slap there. Nate Hunter caught up in the ropes, and that's not the position you want to be in. JXT going for the hat trick of right hands. Takes Nate Hunter, he falls to the floor. I think JXT is reveling in this opportunity, Zali. This is the first time in quite a while that he hasn't had the really overhanging storm cloud of the cycle and of Aaron over his head. He's able to just compete with his eyes on the prize, going after the gold. He seems to be thriving in this environment, but referee distracted. Nate Hunter with a donkey kick, low blow, taking down JXT.
Well, absolutely, Xavier Sinclair, the bodyguard, effectively giving a chance to Nate Hunter to guard his body and then lower the guard of JXT. Dare I say, right in the J-stick. And now Nate Hunter, showing us what he likes to tell us about. It's his mat, but he's got to own the mat and get the 3 count or a submission, otherwise he will not be disqualified the way he could have been just then.
The tide has completely turned to this match. The momentum completely in Nate Hunter's way in no small part. Thanks to Xavier St. Clair as he chokes JXT through the ropes on the outside there. Referee Josh completely distracted there. He needs to do better than that, referee Josh, with all due respect. Nate Hunter back, goes for the cover. 1, 2, JXT manages to kick out.
Close to the 3 count, but yeah, I agree, and I mean, I'm surprised Josh didn't admonish Nate Hunter for having his hands on that third person in the ring. You can't do that.
JXT trying to powder his way out, some strong right hands to the abdomen of Nate Hunter, but Nate fires back, leveling JXT with a right of his own.
Well, on the surface, you'd think it would be JXT who'd win a power war, but in fact, it's Nate Hunter who rises with the power there and now
choking JXT in the corner with his boot. Referee Josh getting the count, getting Nate Hunter back, but once again distracted. Once again, Xavier St. Clair with the interference. Give me a break.
You know, how many times is the referee going to allow this to happen? Xavier St. Clair should be sent away from ringside if he's going to keep doing that.
Another pinfall attempt here and another kick out of 2 by JXT. It is going to take more than that to put down JXT, especially as he's so driven, so motivated to win the championship gold once again here in Mayhem Pro.
Well, this is the thing, he's been distracted by the issues with the cycle as it was, and I think deep down he wants that title. It would just be one of the crowning achievements in his career. He's had many which are great. To have the title here at Mayhem would be cool, but he's going to have to find his way out of it. I think it's a nerve hold from our vantage or a chin lock.
JXT though trying to will the crowd to help him will out of this move, and will out of the move he does. He's back to his feet. He picks up Nate Hunter. Oh, sends him down with a modified suplex. Nate Hunter back up in the corner, charges at JXT, who rocks him with a back elbow shot. Nate Hunter going for a right hand. JXT ducks and misses, and woo, a massive chop there, absolutely rattling Nate Hunter. That'll take the breath out of his early goal.
I think his front nearly came out his back more than just taking out the breath.
JXT ducks off the ropes, takes down Nate Hunter with a big clothesline. There's that big side kick to JXT. This is the JXT we know. He's fired up. The end might be near for Nate Hunter.
A big super kick, and Nate Hunter's not quite sure whether he's in Melton or anything else, let alone what part of the ring he's in. He's back in that dizzy state that we saw earlier. Big knee to the guts, a couple of them. Nate Hunter.
Gut wrench, picks him up, sends him down with a sit-out powerbomb. JXT staying in position, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Nate Hunter kicking out at 2. Still alive in this number 1 contenders match.
Very, very much alive. And the thing is, both men putting in a grueling battle here. Who can get to his feet? This could be the critical point in this match. JXT's up.
He's up. He's back into the corner. He's signaling that it's done. He's ready to put this to bed. He's ready to get himself back in the title picture, bringing Nate Hunter back up to his feet. Oh, Xavier St. Clair up on the ropes. JXT trying to get rid of him. Another distraction. Xavier St. Clair, he needs to be sent away from ringside at this point. Surely JXT distracted. Nate Hunter by the hair has him up. Oh, sends him down with a crossroads. Goes for cover. 1, 2. Oh, JXT kicks out at 2. How did he do that?
Well, I have to admit, I thought that was it. I mean, that was almost going to ring the bell, but it was 2.99, and somehow JXT found the resilience, the something deep down to kick out, but he's still got a long way to come back if he wants that dream of the Mayhem Pro title.
And that's what it is that's driving him. He wants the gold.
I just saw something on the far side of the ring. I thought Xavier St. Clair hand something to Nate Hunter.
You're right, Zali Gold. Xavier St. Clair has handed something to Nate Hunter. We can't quite make out what it is from our vantage point at ringside. Whatever it is, Nate Hunter is loading it up. JXT is absolutely none the wiser. He's got a loaded elbow pad right now, it looks like. JXT, though, manages to duck, picks him up, sends him down. This is it, he's got to get the cover.
Could it be that title shot for
Number 1 contender. Oh, Xavier St. Clair pulling referee Josh out of the ring. JXT had it. That was it. He was going to be the number 1 contender. It would have been a 3 JXT, but Xavier St. Clair once again interfering, pulling referee Josh out of the ring. But Zali, we've got to be careful here because Nate Hunter, he still has it. Oh, referee Josh finally sending Xavier St. Clair to the back.
Enough. As he should, and Xavier St. Clair will be out of here. Hopefully, that evens it up a little bit. As you said, what in that elbow pad of Nate Hunter?
Nate Hunter still has the loaded elbow pad. JXT absolutely none the wiser. Nate Hunter pulling himself up in the corner. He's loading up his elbow again. Picks him up, so now Nate Hunter manages to get out of that time. Oh, rocks him to the back of the head, and that's the loaded elbow pad. It can't go this way, surely not. Nate Hunter going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. We have a number 1 contender, and it's Nate Hunter.
Here is your winner, and the number 1 contender for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship, Nate Hunter.
Absolutely unbelievable, Zali Gold. We have a new number 1 contender to the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. That man is Nate Hunter. But he didn't do it the right and honourable way. The loaded elbow pad. JXT still coming to his senses, has no idea what happened there. He'll see that when he watches back. This Mayhem Pro showcase on YouTube, as all of our viewers right now are doing. But Nate Hunter, irregardless of how the outcome is there, the number 1 contender to the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship is the golden child, Nate Hunter.
Well, I've got to say it was effectively a 3-on-1 handicap match with Xavier St. Clair and a loaded elbow pad as well as Nate Hunter against JXT. And while I'm gritting my teeth, Nate Hunter could be even more insufferable, Matty Huss.
Do you want to be a pro wrestler? Then sign up now to the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling.
Located 50 minutes west of Melbourne with a full gym, strength and conditioning coaches, a nutritionist, and world-traveled professional wrestling coaches to help you achieve your goal in professional wrestling business. Whether you want to be a wrestler, a manager, referee, or just involved in the industry, with no tryout required, the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling is here to help you achieve your goals.
All you have to do to start your journey is sign up now to be Relentless.
And now, on to our following contest. It is a tag team match, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Time for some more Mayhem Manic action here at the Mayhem Pro Showcase. We're coming to you from the Relentless Gym here at the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling in Melton. And right now, it is Team Relentless. It is Jake Navarra and Billy Wright in tag team action.
Doesn't get any more relentless than that, Matty Huss. The man himself, the big boss. And I'll tell you what, they are always rough and ready and fired up.
And here they are, Jake Navarra, Billy Wright. Jake Navarra debuted in 2010, battling out of Snake Valley here. And back in December 2024, defeated Matty Hayne at the showcase.
Well, absolutely, that is very, very true. Matty Hayne pushed him to the limit, but in the end it was the experience that got Jake Navarra through, and this time he's got his long-time partner in crime, Billy Wright, with him.
And this is a team that back in January at the Mayhem Summer Showcase were defeated by the Physicals in the earlier stages of the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championship Tournament. Team Relentless looking to get themselves back on the winning side of things here at the Mayhem Pro Showcase. But they're up against, well, the most interesting team.
Exactly, it's your girl. Indeed it is.
Lockhart making their tag team debut here at Mayhem Pro Wrestling. We've seen some very insightful clips from the home of Elaine and Locky on social media. But will their cohesion in the domestic front be able to parlay into the ring? Locky, the artist, weighing 82 kilos, coming in at 5'10". He debuted back in 2015. A seasoned professional. Elaine Hope, more of a fresh talent, but one of the hottest, most popular young talents here at Mayhem Pro.
Indeed. She's risen up the ranks it's just over 3 years, and now this two are just such a dynamic couple, but they're going to need every bit of dynamism, that home unity. Maybe they wish they'd have brought Pooh Bear, the Adelaide Crow supporting dog, with them, and check that out on social media. The thing is that they gel very well together in the ring. As I say, they're going to need all of it against Team Relentless.
Billy Wright and Locky starting this match off here. Lock up in the center of the ring. Locky go behind there on Billy Wright, but Billy Wright swinging back around with an arm wrench there. Locky feeling every bit of that hold, but getting it into one of his own. Some nice technical prowess here from the artist.
Absolutely, but technical prowess, but power from both. Both are one of the two that, in my opinion, are deceptively powerful, Matty Huss. And this time, it's the speed of Locky as he gets a couple of arm drags again that Ricky Steamboat would be proud of. As Matty Huss, we see a suplex there from Locky, and Billy Wright goes down, and Jake and Billy having to regroup.
Taking a powder on the outside there. Locky strongly encouraging Billy Wright to get back in the ring. A sound move, though, from Billy Wright. Just take a moment, get some composure outside the ring, get back in, restart, refresh, reset. But Locky, well, it might be a bit of time to see Elaine Hope coming to the match. The crowd want to see it. I think Locky wants to see it. Ask and you shall receive. The Mayhem Maniacs get to see Elaine Hope come into the ring. Elaine had a fantastic showing against Locky Hendricks at Mayhem Mania. Didn't quite get the job done, but I tell you what, she took the Relentless Rumble winner to the limit. This is the thing, she's just growing every time, and the thing that impressed me about back at Mayhem Mania 2, we saw a fire, a passion, and intensity from Elaine Hope that I haven't seen before. She keeps pulling all these facets together. She'll be climbing up there. Who knows? She could be holding that Mayhem Pro Gold very, very soon. But right now, she's got to keep her eye focused on Team Relentless. She's been travelling all over the country of late. She's been seen as far and wide as Western Australia, all over Melbourne. But Mayhem Pro is the home of Elaine Hope. And right now, though, Jake Navarro, Mr. 24/7, taking her down and very hard headlock in. Elaine giving up a lot of strength, a lot of body mass to Jake Navarro, and we're seeing it in action there. Shoulder block taking down Elaine, only good for a 2 count.
Well, good tactics by Relentless coach Jake Navarro, using the power and then quickly pouncing on Elaine. And there it is again. Just the 2 count.
Elaine managing to kick out there. Still early days in this match. Elaine's going to need to use all of that heart, all of that fire that we've come to know and love of her in order to get her team Lock Hope with Locky over the line. Oh, that power once again from Jake Navarro, sending down Elaine Hope. But the big body splash misses. This is a chance for Elaine to get the tide turn.
Absolutely. Using that prowess, technical prowess that she has. And she's ready. I think we're about to see the
big spin kick into the corner, rocking Jake Navarro. Elaine going back for a second. Oh, and manages to get him as well. Sends Jake Navarro down, crawling out to the middle of the ring, and she is fired up.
The agility and the
the Billy Wright from behind, dragging it down by the hair.
Don't care how much agility you have. That's gonna not be helpful. But she gets those kicks so high, I was going to say. But right now she's down low and with her head on that bottom buckle and a boot in her throat.
Jake Navarro tagging out Billy Wright in and going to work on Elaine Hope in the corner.
Oh, come on, referee.
Jake Navarro. Referee's back his turn. Locky doing everything he can to convince the referee to get attention on that, but it's not doing Elaine any good.
Sarge needs to get back in charge here, and because in the meantime the number is happening on Elaine Hope. She's desperately trying to fight her way out of the corner, but Billy Wright is making sure that's not going to happen. A beautiful snap mare, pin, and just the 2.
Elaine really needs to get her way back over the corner. She is taking a lot of punishment here from both members of Team Relentless, and that is not a place she wants to be. Finds herself stuck in the opposing corner as Jake Navarro tags in. A stiff, hard kick into the, that'd have to be the kidneys, I reckon, there, and that's going to be something that will slow Elaine right down.
Well, absolutely, that will hurt anyone. They're a vulnerable part of the body. Dr. Gold knew that one. And there, she's getting more blows to that kidney and lower abdominal region.
I feel like we've created a new gimmick for you here, Zali. Dr. Gold. It sounds like something from a soap opera.
Or a James Bond movie, perhaps. But right now, it could have been 003, but only 002 for Elaine Hope.
They call it Gold Doctor. Feet on the ropes and that pin attempt there from Jake Navarro. Elaine Hope still managing to muster enough energy to get out, reaching desperately for Locky in the corner. Jake Navarro just absolutely mocking Elaine there. Elaine, she absolutely hangs her hat on her high flying, on her speed, on her agility. Right at this moment, and with that beautiful bridge suplex there, Jake Navarro completely shutting down that key part of Elaine's offense. And once again, back into the opposing corner. Here comes Billy Wright.
What's the thing? They're now using their power, but they're also throwing in some psychology on Elaine here, taunting her, as you say. And she may not, she's been around, as I say, 3 years. Whether she's got the experience to just stay calm in the face of that psychological abuse as well as the physical. That is going to be the question, but she desperately, one thing is certainly needs a clear answer and has it, is she desperately needs to make a tag to the artist.
Billy Wright sending Elaine into the corner with a head of steam, goes for a splash. Elaine managed to miss out. This is her one chance. Can she drag herself to the corner to get Locky tagged in? She can't make it. Here comes Jake Navarra dragging her back, but Elaine rolls over, sends Jake Navarra flying out of the ring. Billy Wright picking up Elaine. Oh, rocks with a big kick. Willing herself to the corner. Locky reaching out. Got to get that tag in. Here comes the artist.
Here we go, Elaine desperately bringing in the fresh Locky, and he's the house on fire with a range of elbows, a beautiful right hand to each of his opponents, and they're rocking and wheeling and they're not rolling.
Locky new to the tag team scene here at Mayhem Pro, but he has been competing across promotions all over the city of Melbourne here for quite some time. He's flamboyant, he's flashy, but he's very technically proficient, taking down Jake Navarra. Manages to grab Billy Wright. Looks like he's going to set him down as well, and he does, driving him to the mat.
Well, absolutely a decade's worth of experience for the artist. He's painted many a picture, and the picture that he wants to paint is a win for himself and his partner, Elaine Hope, and that's the artistry he wants.
Well, now tagging in Elaine, encouraging her to head up to the top rope. Are we going to see Air Hope here? I think we might be. The big crossbody splash. Elaine is up. She's flying. There is Air Hope taking out both members of Team Relentless.
Team Relentless crashing and burning in the face of Air Hope, which took off from Tullamarine at a great height. And now we've got 3 of our 4 competitors down, locking them on, trying to seize the advantage for his team.
Stalking Billy Wright here, goading him, encouraging him to get up. What has Locky got in mind here for one half of Team Relentless? Turn around, Billy. It's time to head down. Oh, my goodness. Jake Navarra throwing Elaine Hope into the pass. Locky inadvertently taking down his tag team partner. Billy Wright needs the gut, sends him down with a cutter. Oh, Locky rolling out of the ring. Elaine has not moved since being absolutely flattened by Locky. Oh, Jake Navarra takes her down. That has got to be it. 1, 2, 3. It is elementary. Over to Kano for the official announcement. Just when it seemed like Lock Hope were about to seize the match, Jake Navarra throwing Elaine Hope into the path of Locky's offensive move, absolutely flattening Elaine, leading to the victory. Not the cleanest of victories, but a victory nonetheless. Team Relentless continue to make their mark as a presence to be felt in the Mayhem Pro Tag Team division.
They're a veteran team, and I think it's that veteran experience, as you say, throwing one into the other of the opponents that got it in the end. And you've got to hand it to them. They are wily and guily, and they've got a victory, and they want a chance at the physicals as well.
Boys and girls, I would like to welcome to this ring at this point in time a #1 contender for the Mayhem Pro Internet title. Here's the aspirationalist, Locky Hendricks.
The winner of the 2024 Relentless Rumble, Locky Hendricks. About to make his way to the ring, the aspirationalist has always got something on his mind to share. And as Kano rightly said, alongside Nate Hunter now, a #1 contender to the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship.
That is the thing. So he's in the mix as well as Nate Hunter, that title picture of really heating up. But as you say, the aspirationalist always has something on his mind, and he's always one to share with the Mayhem Maniacs, whether they like it or not.
According to Locky, everything is a foregone conclusion, and not only in Mayhem Pro, across other promotions here in Melbourne, he is making it known that he feels that 2025 is the year of the aspirationalist. It's all a foregone conclusion. It's only a matter of time in Locky Hendricks' mind that he has gold around his waist, much to the disdain of the Mayhem Maniacs here at the Relentless Gym in Melton.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Because tonight, I was going to cash in my Relentless Rumble victory and challenge Erica Reed for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. But I ask you, her fans, where is Erica Reed? To the people saying she's in Japan, it isn't there to further her career. It is her biding time. Because she is scared that she is going to fall to the foregone conclusion and her fairy tale ending will be no more.
You're just jealous you're not in Japan.
So I'm going to throw out the challenge here tonight. May 10th, Clash of the Colac. I am challenging Erica Reid. What is it? Stop it! Stop it! Stop!
Well, despite Locky's insistence, the music's not stopping. Once again, here is Jahari. The sadistic spirit floating back in again. I wonder what brings him here. I mean, there was a friendship with Erica Reid. Then, of course, he got, well, whether he was brainwashed by the disaster that is Jab. And what has he got in mind? Well, let's find out. This is getting very, very intense indeed.
Johari making a massive impact earlier tonight in the six-man tag. Locky Hendricks wanting none of Johari, though, making an absolute beeline out of the ring. Issues a challenge to Erica Reid, however. It seems as if that Locky sees his foregone conclusion coming to a head at the Clash in Colac in May. But Johari now with the microphone. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm sick and tired of men like you underestimating my sister. Lucky, I'm gonna do to you what I did to the last narcissist that disrespected Erica Reid. I'm gonna drop you on your head and send you packing with your tail between your legs because come May 10th. Because come May 10th at Clash of Colac, it will be the aspirationalist Locky Hendricks against the roaring Tiny Thumb Jahari.
Wow! Wow! Jahari making his return to singles action against the aspirationalist rather in Colac. What a bombshell, Zali got.
It's a bombshell that's thrown a giant hole in Locky Hendricks' aspiration. Hang on a second.
Oh, back into the ring. Hits it again. No! Jahari blocks it. Sends down Locky Hendricks. Locky tries to get the jump at Jahari. He's fired up in the corner. Locky might want to take a powder again like he did before because look out. Here comes Jahari. Oh my goodness, what a massive spear. Absolutely splitting the number one contender by virtue of the Relentless Rumble in half. Jahari taking to the top rope. Jahari is back, and how?
Very much back, 110% plus. And in the meantime, that number one contender to the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship is in pieces and just about out cold, facing down and eating canvas.
Well, you heard it here, Mayhem Maniacs. Next month, May, the Clash of Colac. It's going to be Locky Hendricks taking on Jahari.
well worth the trip down the Princess Highway to Colac to see that match next month. As Mayhem Pro takes over Colac once again. It'll be good to be back in Colac. Tell you what, it's a case in the wrestling ring of the wrestling surfs up down there on the coast. See you May 10th down there.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
A very familiar face for our ring announcer tonight's Ali Gold. It's Tommy A, baby! Tommy A, one half of High Country with our colleague tonight, Country Chaos Kano. But Tommy finding himself back in singles action of late. And well, Kano, of course, not cleared for competition at that stage due to that lower leg injury. And it's the Mayhem Bro having to go it alone. And look, well, he's up against some stiff competition tonight. Tommy A going one-on-one with this man. Fresh off a massive victory at Mayhem Mania 2 against Ad Kava. Here is the silver swashbuckler himself. He's the Musketeer. Musketeer, rightly so, thinking that 2025 could very well be his swashbuckling year. An incredible victory, the first man to break the Cavalot in Mayhem Pro history, leading into victory in back in March. But now he faces equally stiff competition in Tommy A, someone who has a lot to prove as he makes a return to singles competition in Mayhem Pro. That's the thing. Well, the Musketeer, you could say he'd have another feather in his cap after breaking the Cavalot regime, so to speak. But the thing is, he's back to singles competition. Another chapter ensues as he takes on Tommy A.
I'm ready, but are these people ready? Yeah!
Oh, they certainly are ready, Musketeer. We're all ready for this big one-on-one match. The bell is rung, we're off and rolling. Tommy A versus the Musketeer here at the Relentless Gym for Mayhem Pro Showcase. Oh, a sign of respect, unsurprising from the silver swashbuckler here. Tommy A, well, considering whether he reciprocates or not, doesn't seem too interested. Oh, well, that's nice. That's lovely. Well, wait a minute. Not letting go of the grip. A bit of subterfuge here. Oh, the confidence. Look, Tommy, look. Tommy, look. Oh, and a high knee taking down Tommy A. Well, you've got to, dare I say, hand it to the Musketeer for that bit of work. Oh, a beautiful clothesline by the Musketeer. Yes, a beautiful discus clothesline. And Tommy A not looking to feeling as bro-like as he was a couple of minutes ago. And now he's trapped in the corner. Well, the crowd, I think, ready to practice their counting. No, we're not going to get 10 punches. Tommy A ducking through, sending the Musketeer, and now dropping with a big boot off the ropes. Impressive bit of power there. 1, 2, not enough to put the Musketeer down. Look, Tommy A is a funny bloke. He has his dance, he's got his music, he's our Mayhem Bro. But you cannot underestimate him one bit. I'm looking over at Country Chaos Kano sitting just nearby, looking very intently on this match as the Musketeer sends with a drop kick in the rope. Oh, the Lady de Winter! Very early in the match, belly to belly suplex. Wait a minute! What's Ben Barnett doing here? Well, he's trying to even the odds. Where's it come from? What on earth is this? Oh, but Ben Barnett, the Gambler, coming out of nowhere, getting the Musketeer up. Oh, dropping him down with the swinging powerbomb. What on earth? Why on earth is Ben Barnett out here helping Tommy A? Oh, he picks him up. This does not look good at all for the Musketeer. It's a 2-on-1 situation now. Very long odds indeed. Musketeer's going to need every bit of army like three. Hang on, wait a minute. Here comes absolute excellence, our cover. Well, we saw the respect that Cover had for the Musketeer after the ending of the Cavallock run, and all of a sudden it seems Musketeer has found a swashbuckling, muscly 97%. Cover, he takes out Barnett. We've got an all-in brawl here, sending Tommy A over the top rope. And Cover, after the respect discovered for the Musketeer at Mayhem. Oh my goodness! The challenge has been laid down, and Cover wanting to team up with the Musketeer, increasing in the ring. What an about face from what we've seen throughout 2024, but like he said, Zali Gold, and Cover and the Musketeer finding some mutual respect after Mayhem Mania 3. It looks like we've got a tag team match on our hand. Yep, Mayhem Management have made it official. I got the message. Well, there we go. It's official. Country Chaos Kato has made it official. A tag team match. The Musketeer and our Cover teaming up against Ben Barnett and Tommy A. But this completely changed. This is what we were expecting tonight. This wasn't on our format sheet, Charlie. You never know what you can expect at Mayhem Pro, but I like it. This is going to be an absolute corker. We've got four pretty big men in there. We've got the power. We've got the volunteer army. Fine voice. And we've got the support of Cover. This is going to be an absolute, barnstormer. Well, the Cover section will be very happy here tonight in Melton as Ant Cover sends Ben Barnett over. Ant Cover undefeated throughout 2024 here at Mayhem Pro. No one breaking out of his Cover lock. However, the Musketeer at Mayhem Mania 2 in March, giving Ant Cover his first defeat, breaking out the Cover lock, and that mutual respect leading to this most unlikely of tag teams, and Cover sending down the Gambler with a big clothesline. Well, the Gambler might want to change his bets here. Big body slam, Cover going for the cover, 1, 2. The Gambler manages to get out. Barnett kicking out at 2. I tell you what, Ben Barnett, the Gambler, 6'6", 103 kilograms. He is one of the biggest up-and-coming prospects here at Mayhem Pro, but he's going to have his hands full with absolute excellence, and the leader of the Musketeer Army, who has managed to get his way tagged into the match. Oh, and dropping over the forearm of Barnett. Oh, yeah, Barnett now having his arm twisted. This is good tag team work. And they're isolating him from Barnett from Tommy A. I tell you what, for the first time they've tagged together. Wonderful cohesion, wonderful teamwork for the Musketeer. And absolute excellence. Clearly have managed to find a great rapport since their massive match at Mayhem Mania. Oh, absolutely. Something clicks back at Mayhem Mania in terms of trust and respect. And all of a sudden, as I say, you've got this magical tag team. They're tagging back in again. And the Musketeer going up to the top rope while Cover has the arm wrenched. Barnett absolutely begging of Musketeer. Up high, up and down goes Barnett as the Musketeer comes flying off the top rope. Goes for the cover now. Oh, he's a big, strong man, Barnett. Manages to kick out at 2. This is the thing, Barnett, as you say, what's it, 6'6"? What's that, 206, 103 kilograms. Barnett is a massive unit, a massive prospect here at Mayhem Pro. But the Musketeer sends him down and tagging once again. Wonderful teamwork between Cover and the Musketeer. And a double team now. Oh, a beautiful drop. Absolutely rattling the Gambler. Cover goes to the cover, 1, 2. Kick out once again at 2. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, Zali, but I'm amazed amazed at the cohesion and the teamwork that we're seeing here between Cover and the Musketeer. Oh, it's just, I'm with you on the amazement. It's clicked in like no one could have expected. First time they're just looking like a finely tuned, highly polished unit. And here it is again with a beautiful double hip toss takeover. And Barnett's odds are lengthening second by second. And a double elbow drop. Where has this come from? This is quite incredible. Again, we talk about the tag team division here at Mayhem Pro. Maybe we've got some fresh prospects, some fresh contenders in the tag division for those tag team titles or the physicals. Well, that's the thing. Whoever wins our main event tonight for the tag team championships might want to be keep an eye on this match. Tommy A getting himself involved and drilled it falling to the outside by the Musketeer. Tommy A has been much of a non-factor in this match so far. Well, he just may have been a big factor because that distraction resulted in a pin on the Musketeer that he just managed to kick out of. Barnett now has the advantage, and he's going to trap Musketeer in the wrong part of, there might be a village on the Melbourne or something and not the Arrow. That's not where he wants to be. Well, Tommy A finally finding his way into the match and stomping a mud hole into the corner there as the Musketeer copping all the damage. Well, he always finds a bit of time to do his dance, but he needs to keep on top of the Musketeer here. Well, that was a quick sojourn into the ring by Tommy A, already taking himself out. But now a double team in the corner. Referee Josh needs to take some intervention here. Well, finally Tommy A making his way out of the ring. The momentum has swung. The pendulum has swung right back to Barnett and Tommy A. That it has. Musketeer draped over that bottom rope in a bad way. What's going on here? I think Ben Barnett is feigning this injury here. And now look at what's happening. Tommy A choking out the Musketeer behind the referee's back. Oh, now suddenly Barnett's feeling good, shaking it off. Yeah, okay. Well, Dr. Gold doesn't know about that miracle cure that he suddenly seemed to recover. And Musketeer is in all sorts of trouble. And Cavill looking dejected on the outside as well. He knows he needs to get in. He can see what's going from his vantage point. He's desperate to see himself get back in this match. You can't get in just right now because Musketeer is trapped on that far side of the ring. It must seem like the distance from here to Ballarat. Vertical suplex. Yeah, well, Tommy A from Ballarat and the Ballarat bag sending down with a vertical suplex. I'm talking about you, Tommy A. Don't you worry. You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great. Yeah, you're right, baby. You got this. The Musketeer desperately trying to land a blow on and will get the tag. Oh, here comes Barnett taking covers to the outside and he falls onto the barrier. Absolutely, that's just when Musketeer desperately needed that tag. He's now fighting for his life and now he's in the corner but nobody's home. And he's being double teamed by these two dastardly people in Ben Barnett and Tommy A. Double big boot taking down the Musketeer. Tommy A is no slouch himself. Tommy A is a big unit in the same way that Ben Barrett is, and Ben Barnett rather. And, well, only good enough for a 2 though. Probably a bit too slow getting to the cover. Yeah, but the thing is those 2 counts are getting longer every time that he hustles. And Musketeer, he's got to find a way to get to his corner and get that fresh man in with the energy and no body fat and no carbs because otherwise he's going to be on the losing end of the paycheck. Well, he's made himself back up into the apron now, Matt Cover, but the Musketeer finding himself in a tricky situation as Tommy A locks in the sleeper hold. Expertly applied. Musketeer, he's hanging in there with every bit of his strength. Reaching out, quite possibly invading so close. Just got to reach ever so close. No, Tommy A, good ring awareness, dragging the Musketeer back. Oh, but the Musketeer, suplex, dropping Tommy A. This could be the chance. And Ant Taylor knows that he's trying to wheel the crowd to get the Musketeer over into his corner. Well, he's trying to rev up that volunteer army to give them the energy. Musketeer digging as deep as he can. Oh, look out, here comes Barnett around the ring. Oh, not again. Dropping cover to the outside. The Musketeer made it to the corner. He could be getting the tag. The Musketeer, the volunteer army can pump him up, but they can't make the tag. German suplex gets the bridge. 1, 2. Oh, Musketeer somehow manages to kick out. He can't have much energy left at all. He desperately needs to get to the tag. Cover back up on the apron. I don't know what the equivalent of a tank is if you were riding a horse in the 18th century, but whatever it was, the needle is damn close to empty. because Musketeer has been taking a lot of punishment, and not even the adrenaline of the volunteer army has been able to get him back to cover, although the interference of Ben Barnett is a factor as well.
Barnett finding his way back into the match now, getting the tag from Tommy A, but at the moment we're seeing a double team here, both Tommy A and Barnett racing to the corner. Oh, but Musketeer, look at that agility, gets the tag, here comes absolute excellence, taking down Barnett with a massive clothesline, down goes Tommy A. It is excellent time here, the cover section are all lit up, one corner to another, a big splash for such a big, muscly man. Cover is so quick and fluid in the ring. Oh, the do-si-do!
And a beautiful double splash there. And I tell you what, the rock-solid abs of Cover would not be something you'd want landing in you.
Oh, well, Cover managing to catch Tommy A there and managing to shirk him off. It was a cross-body attempt from Tommy A. And now Cover showing that strength through vertical suplex, dropping Tommy A. Now going to work on Ben Barnett in the corner. I've lost track of who the legal man is. This match has gone completely out of hand.
Referee Josh needs to take control.
Taking Tommy A out of the top rope, running our feet.
You ain't kidding on that one.
Oh, and look at this. Shades of Lex Luger, the torture rack at Cover. He's got him up in the rack.
There it is.
That's it. Barnett has stepped down. And Cover with the torture rack and the victory here at Mayhem Pro. What are coming together here? The Musketeer and Av Cover finding victory as a tag team here at Mayhem Pro, and Av Cover, did you see how he got Barnett up for the torture rack?
Unbelievable. As you were saying through the match, Barnett is a big man in every measure and dimension, and he made that torture rack look an easy thing to do, and as a result of a victory by submission. But I am impressed with how well this team has bonded on a first outing. That's as good as it gets.
Av Cover soaking up the adoration here of the Mayhem Maniacs here at the Relentless Gym in Melton. Av Cover signaling around, he wants gold. Could he be referring to tag team gold, or could he have his eyes on the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship as well?
And this tag team contest is for the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championship! And this match is sponsored by the Cleaners Room Elrats. Introducing first.
Well, here's a team that has been through the walls, not only in the ring, but with each other. Happy Times, Ignitrox, Happy Gas haven't been quite on the same page of late, and it has cost them dearly throughout the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Tournament. But tonight, Zoe Gold, a chance at redemption for Happy Gas. Happy Gas finding their way into a Tag Team Championship match. After everything that they've gone through, this is finally a short redemption. Maybe a chance for them to kick gold around their waist here. It could be a short reign for the Physicals.
Well, this is the thing. The Physicals are inaugural Tag Team Champions. The thing is, this team has got to gel together. If they do it, they could be the next ones.
Well, that's right, because they are up against one of the best tag teams today in Victorian wrestling. You want to talk about teams that are cohesive, teams that are on the same page. You're going to see them right here.
Well, these two young men have been together for 10 years through the wars, through the training, and I really have to say it is great to see them rising up the tag team ranks in Victoria and Australia, and here they go.
Jimmy Castle and Johnny Jett, an outstanding tag team. The Physicals, their first defense of their newly minted Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championships. They won through the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championship Tournament, winning the belt at Mayhem Mania at Bacchus Marsh in March. But, well, this is going to be a walk in the park for them. Happy gas for all of the issues that they've had over the recent times. If they're able to bring it together, they make for a formidable team for the Physicals to have to overcome.
That's the thing. If they just fit, that is the, and it's also the critical point. Happy Gas have got to get their elements combining together to make the gas work together. The Physicals, as I say, they have so much time to get in and out of the ring. Cohesive unit. This is just going to be one heck of a match. Great skill on the part of all four men, I can tell you.
Referee Tom holding up the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championship belts high. Glad to see them in their first defense right here at the Relentless Gym in Melton at Mayhem Showcase. And there's the bell. We're off and running. Happy Kai is starting off with Johnny Jett. Happy Kai, the Iron Lion, proudly representing his Vietnamese background. In fact, the first ever Vietnamese Australian professional wrestler, representing his culture, his history with the Lion Dance attire.
This is the thing, he is very proud of that. It's just another thing that adds to his skill in the ring. He just puts that extra bit of passion, which can be the X factor that you need sometimes. The thing is, the Physicals showing that they're a cohesive unit, moving quickly. This is going to be a fast-paced match, Matty.
Jimmy Castle now in the ring, having tagged in a beautiful double team move before by the Physicals. Slowing the pace down now, though. The methodical tag team savvy of the Physicals here is Jimmy Castle working the headlock on Happy Kai, who is managing to power himself back up to his feet. Zed Nitrox getting the blind tag in there, drop down by Happy Kai. Off the ropes, beautiful double team taking down Jimmy Castle. Quick pinfall attempt by Zed Nitrox. Manages to get the kick out though, does Jimmy Castle.
There's a surprising amount of power in Jimmy Castle, and it's going to take more than one move to get him down, but it certainly looks a bit less pumped up than he was.
Off the ropes, a big boot from Happy Kai there, taking down Jimmy Castle. Double team, double kick. Jimmy Castle falling back into the ropes. Happy Gas, well, they seem to be on the same page, and they're certainly being able to take advantage of him full attempt broken up there by Johnny Jett.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they're on the same page, and that makes them very, very dangerous. They've just got to stay that way and keep their cool, and they could be walking out of here with the tag team titles. But in the meantime, Johnny Thunderbolt Jett.
Oh, the agility of Johnny Jett with an enziguri there. Didn't get Happy Kai, but managed to get Zed Nitrox, and now Jimmy Castle with the roll-up in from behind. 1, 2. Happy Kai manages to kick out. Zed Nitrox recovering, sending down Jimmy Castle with a big clothesline.
Zed Nitrox wanted to take this seriously, as you, in fairness, you would if you've got a chance to hold the gold. And in the meantime, Jimmy Castle now being pushed into the wrong part of the housing estate, so to speak, and he's in the corner of Happy Gas. And here comes a fast tag. This is what you've got to do in tag team wrestling. Make it 2-on-1.
Oh,
and that's definitely going to make it 2-on-1.
Jets to the outside, and you're right, Charlie. I mean, really, in many ways, Happy Gas are a team of opposites. Happy Kai, he just loves to have fun. Loves to have fun in the ring, loves to entertain the fans. Zed Nitrox, especially of recent months, as he goes for the pinfall here. The cover is only good for a 2. Zed has become more ruthless, desperate, and aggressive over recent times. Well, frankly, is somewhat uncharacteristic for him, but it's becoming more of the norm, and that certainly has been driving a wedge between him and Happy Kai as they've been trying to navigate the tag division. Right now, though, Zed Nitrox well and truly in control of Jimmy Castle.
Zed Nitrox in control, but this is the thing. You can have complementary moves in the ring as a tag team, some high flying and some power. But if you're not gelling as people, if there's this, in this case, the happy and the serious, and it's not clicking together, that can be just as big a factor as the moves, as the bonding.
Oh, taking down Jimmy Castle to the outside. Sorry, Johnny Jett's rather to the outside. The Thunderbolt falling to ringside there. Oh, and Zed Nitrox yelling. Definitely directing traffic here with Happy Kai, who doesn't seem to be too thrilled with his underhanded tactics.
Well, that's the thing. Well, and there's the price. Happy Kai wanting to do it by the book. and Zed Nitrox not wanting that, and there's that difference again. Will it put that sort of frustration grow, or can they move past it?
Come on, Jimmy.
Jimmy Castle desperately trying to crawl his way back. And Zed, look at the intense look on Zed Nitrox's face. He's just stalking Jimmy Castle as he tries to make the tag, and now drag him back into his corner. This is not the place that Jimmy Castle wants to be right now. Happy Kai looks almost conflicted at the tactics that Zed Nitrox is taking in this match.
Well, there's the thing. I mean, that's a pull on the rope. That should be a disqualification, and Happy Kai doesn't want that sort of tactics. Here we go. It's breaking down.
They are completely at odds here. We talk about tag team cohesion all the time here at Mayhem Pro. And right at this moment, we are not seeing it at all between Happy Gas. However, it is Jimmy Castle who is worse for wear in the ring. He desperately needs to get to his corner and tag in the Thunderbolt, Johnny Jets.
Well, Jimmy Castle was trying there because he was trying to take advantage of the moment of descent between Happy Gas, and that's the sort of thing that will cost you a tag team contest and a chance at those tag team titles.
Jimmy Castle willing himself to his feet with striking blows to the abdomen of Happy Kai. He manages to snatch the headlock on him. Zed Nitrox tagging himself in. Happy Kai didn't seem too expectant of that. Nonetheless, the ruthless, aggressive Zed Nitrox dropping down, looking to lock it. He does, he gets it in. Could this be it? Are we about to see new tag team champions?
Castle's in the middle of the ring. He's far away from Johnny Jets. He's far away from the ropes. And Johnny Thunderbolt Jets trying to rev up some thunder and some lightning to get the Mayhem Maniacs behind his partner.
He's deceptively strong. Jimmy Castle's deceptively strong. We're seeing that as he pulls his way to the ropes, manages to grab the bottom rope. Zed Nitrox has to break the hold now, but grabbing Castle one leg, dragging him back in the middle, looking to get it again. However, Jimmy Castle shrugs him off, kicks him off. Jimmy Jets wants in. Whoa, what just happened there?
I think Nitrox tripped up his own partner.
Surely that wasn't deliberate.
Must have been an error of timing of some sort. Nitrox taking over now on Jimmy Castle.
It's as if he wants to do it all himself. Look at that look at his face. Look at the way he's just yelling, barking orders at his tag team partner.
Yeah, you can see the anguish now on Happy Kai's face. I really have to say Kai because he's not looking happy at all. And Nitrox with a brutal fly.
Absolutely rocks Jimmy Castle. He's struggling. He's gasping for air there. Jimmy Castle's out of it. Well, here comes Happy Kai now.
But it's two individuals beating up on Jimmy Castle here, in my opinion.
Oh, Happy Kai runs right into an elbow. Absolute last desperate gasp here from Jimmy Castle. Is it going to be enough for him to be able to get over the other side of the ring and tag his partner in? He tries, he reaches, he can't. Happy Gas sending him back into the corner.
Tries again, tries to bulldoze his way through, but unfortunately the bulldozer got stuck. Now he's trying to look.
Oh my goodness, a double hurricanrana from Jimmy Castle. My goodness, what an aggressive move.
It's that desperation.
And here he goes, and here comes the Thunderbolt. Takes down with a clothesline. Reverse back elbow there. Grabs Happy Kai. Johnny Jets looking to send him to the ropes. Reversal by Happy Kai. Oh, hurricanrana. Oh. Zed Nitrox managing to catch. Oh,
not that time.
A drop kick into Happy Kai. Driving Zed Nitrox down. And now a drop kick again, taking him out. Rolls out of the ring.
Well, Johnny Thunderbolt Jets, since he made that tag, he's living up to that Thunderbolt name. It's the hugest storm in the ring I've seen in a while. And he's now really wanting to get the Mayhem Maniacs behind him. And he's going up to the high rent district. It can be high rent, but it can be high return. What is going to happen here?
Zed Nitrox, pushes Happy Kai to the ropes and sends Johnny Jets off to the top turnbuckle. Nitrox showing his strength here, picking him up, looking for some sort of driver power slam. Oh, Sam, beautiful. I tell you what, for all we're saying about his attitude, it's certainly paying off. This could be it. Happy Kai with a cover, assisted by Zed Nitrox, but Jimmy Castle manages to break it up in the last moment.
At the last possible nanosecond, and right now, all four competitors down. Who can get to their feet first? Whatever you might think of anyone, it is an absolute belter of a tag team match here as our main event here at the Mayhem Showcase. And right now, whoever gets the advantage next could just be the winner of this match.
Oh, close call there, but a super kick, a double super kick. Both members of Happy Gas down. A moment of hesitation, a moment of uncertainty. Zed Nitrox falling to ringside right at our feet here at the commentary position.
And he's looking a bit dazed and worse for wear. And a Happy Kai alone in the ring with the physicals looking for the victory.
Cover, 1-2, not quite enough to put Happy Kai down. But this is an opportunity now for the physicals to capitalise on. Otherwise, it could be a very short reign for the physicals.
Well, they've got to take this advantage. Zed Nitrox still down, not far away from us. And Happy Kai on rubber leg street at best.
Looking like we're going to be seeing the dialing up the band. We're going to see the double super kick here for the physicals. Happy Kai, this is not where you want to be in the ring with the physicals both winding up. Zed Nitrox pulling Johnny Jets out of the ring. Oh my God, he's just sent him into the concrete wall.
Good God almighty.
And meanwhile in the ring, Happy Kai, Jimmy Castle, both down. But Johnny Jets, he's out cold at ringside. Sid Nitrox sends him flying into the concrete walls of the Relentless gym. And meanwhile, Sid Nitrox tagged back into this match. Vulnerable position for Jimmy Castle right now.
Absolutely. Johnny Thunderbolt Jets down. I'm not sure if we need some medical attention out here. And Zed Nitrox looking to show that power off. And Happy Kai looking for the agility
Sit
here.
out power bomb by Zed Nitrox. Happy Kai is up on the top rope. We're going to see some high flying from the Iron Lion right here.
Oh no, he falls down. Oh, and he just falls right into the groin region of Jimmy Castle. My goodness, we'll talk about turning a chicken blank into chicken salad there. Oh, but the roll-up, wait a minute.
That's it. That was it. That was the three. Out of nowhere, Jimmy Castle manages to roll up Zed Nitrox. The physicals have retained in their first Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championship defense. Happy Gas couldn't get it together. And that might be their last shot. They've had so many chances to find their way back into the tag tournament. To get this shot, they just couldn't get it together. And Zed Nitrox is none too happy.
Well, we've been saying there's a huge lineup of teams in the Mayhem Tag Team division. And if you've had that many shots and you can't get it done, you might have to go back to the end of the queue and find another way to face our still tag team champions, the physicals.
And not to take away from the efforts here of the physicals, a hard-fought victory tonight, but look out, Happy Kai gathering the attention of Zed Nitrox here. Oh my goodness. Zed Nitrox absolutely dressing down Happy Kai. Oh, and a slap! Zed Nitrox slapping his tag team partner, Happy Kai.
I don't believe what I just saw.
An unbelievable turn of events here, but Zed Nitrox, I think, needs to just absolutely get himself in order. Oh my God! Happy Kai! Happy Kai takes down Zed Nitrox with the happy ending tornado kick. He had enough. He couldn't take it anymore. The disrespect and the slap from Zed Nitrox. I think this is the end of Happy Gas right here as the crowd chat along. You deserve it. Zed Nitrox feeling the wrong end of the happy ending.
Well, the gas has exploded. And wow, there's a sight I wouldn't have thought I would have seen.
What have we seen here tonight, Charlie God? I think we've seen the end of Happy Gas. Happy Kai could take no more. Happy Kai, he just loves to have fun. Zed Nitrox, well, he's a changed man, and Happy Kai was having none of it.
Well, what a trio in the ring. Happy Kai, the physicals, who are the latter two are our tag team champions, having a celebration, talking some things through here.
And Zed Nitrox sulking his way to the back, looking none too happy at this turn of events with Happy Kai celebrating with the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Champions. Jimmy Castle and Johnny Jets, the physicals.
Do you want to be a pro wrestler? Then sign up now to the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling.
Located 50 minutes west of Melbourne with a full gym, strength and conditioning coaches, a nutritionist, and world-traveled professional wrestling coaches to help you achieve your goal in professional wrestling business. Whether you want to be a wrestler, a manager, referee, or just involved in the industry, with no tryout required, the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling is here to help you achieve your goals.
All you have to do to start your journey is sign up now to be Relentless.